Hello, welcome to JIBRIN Angle on Oweleke TV. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. We have, as always, Barrister Austin Manta here with us to actually analyze several issues that has to do with the Nigerian polity. And we hope you will stick around and watch it to the end, because we have interesting topics for you today. This is JIBRIN Angle, as I said earlier. If this is your first time you are coming in contact with this platform, please subscribe and follow us on all our social media platforms. You will be glad you did, because we always bring in insightful programs on this, insightful topics on this show. And this show is a show that says it the way it is. On this show, we come unglued. On this show, we come unfiltered. On this show, we come raw. And on this show, we say it the way it is. It's sort of, so we don't hold it. We don't hold anything back. And so that is it. So that being said, let's welcome Barrister Manta to this show once again. Barrister, thank you once again for being faithful to this show, and you've always been forthcoming. You've never disappointed us. We appreciate this. And viewers, for those of you who don't know Barrister Manta is a legal practitioner of over 40 years pedigree in law practice, and so he is someone I seriously, sincerely respect his legal jurisprudence and his interpretation of the Nigerian law. And so he is a conservative lawyer. I am the one who actually, based on my experience with him for almost 20 years now, I have come to understand that he can literally be referred to as a conservative lawyer. So thank you once again, Barrister Manta.
Thank you, and it's always my pleasure to be here.
All right, let's get it on. First, before we start anything, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is what actually is biting everyone in the country at this point. Everyone feels it, especially the poor, the rich, everyone. It's just that the rich they have the ability to actually absorb the heat or the pressure, but the poor, unfortunately, the poor is left with no option but to just keep lamenting and crying and wailing over this issue that has to do with pump price. Throughout this week, everyone has cried foul. The truth is, I don't know. I only just started hearing or reading the news that fuel pump has been increased. I never read. I don't know if there's any official. Was there any official government information that was put out there to officially increase the pump price? And if there was, what exactly is how much is this pump price? Because I've gone through to search how much did they actually increase it to? Please, can you talk about this pump price, this petroleum pump price, please?
Thank you very much, JIBRIN. This petroleum price and the whole petroleum issue is like a recurring decimal in Nigeria's unfortunate activities. I remember the spokesman of the president, Bayo Nanuga, issued a press statement that he didn't categorically say the price has been increased to social amount, but he was like, okay, it is no longer feasible to maintain the price of oil at the level that we have been buying for before. Nobody has come out to say, okay, we have increased it to this amount. But what I know is that fuel is selling in some places between 1,000 and 1,400 per liter. I myself, I bought fuel a day before yesterday for 1,200 naira per liter in Kaduna.
Wow.
15,000 naira gave me just 12 liters. For my car that has an engine capacity of 3.2, that is just about 2 days of fuel. So you can see the problem that is on the ground. I was in the filling station, excuse me, when a J5, J5 bus
Yes.
came and took fuel of 135,000.
What? J5?
Yes.
My God.
And I was asking myself, if this bus is going to carry goods to a particular destination, then we are in trouble.
Yes,
because
because
the price of the
yes,
haulage
of course,
would have increased by almost 60%.
Yeah.
And there would be a consequent increase in the price of the product that he's delivering.
Yeah, of course.
I went to Abuja on Tuesday and came back on Wednesday. I took a commercial vehicle, this 4-seater vehicle, and we entered and then went to the filling station to take fuel, and the person took fuel of 35,000. Meanwhile, the total amount that the 4 passengers paid was 32,000.
What?
So I am now, it now means that before that man makes a profit, he has to run 2 times, minimum of 2 times, before he can make something. He can eke out something for himself. So nobody really knows what is happening in the petroleum industry in Nigeria. The total lack of transparency, total lack of correct information on what is really happening has left the whole Nigerians befuddled. We hear in one breath that marketers are not lifting, the tankers are parked at lifting points, they are not lifting. Nobody has told us why. We hear in one instance that Dangote's refinery has started producing and selling, but we hear that it is NNPC that is lifting from the refinery. So I ask myself, if a private individual starts a refinery in Nigeria, what is the business of NNPC to go and buy from that private refinery and then supply to marketers? Why can't the marketers go and buy direct from the Dangote refinery? Because if NNPC buys to sell to marketers, it's either they're acting as a middleman.
Middleman, yeah.
It's either they add something to cover their cost, for profit margin, or they sell to marketers as a discount. Either way, it does not make sense, because Dangote refinery is 650 barrels per day refinery, one of the largest refineries. So nobody really can tell you what exactly is happening in the petroleum industry in Nigeria. The government has not been forthcoming. Even the marketers themselves, apart from saying that they have not taken fuel, NSP is not giving them fuel. Nobody knows what is happening. So it has become a sesame, everybody for himself. There are some filling stations in Abuja we are selling for 900 and something. But that is where you see a queue that is almost 1 or 2 miles or kilometers long. Any place that you see a short queue is selling for 1,000 and above. So that is the unfortunate situation that we have found ourselves in Nigeria today.
This is so sad, honestly. Yes, this issue of confusion in the petroleum industry, honestly, I ask myself that what is going on, for God's sake? When I read that when Dangote was complaining that NNPC is not lifting oil from them, or I say, what has NNPC got to, I don't get it. NNPC, when has NNPC become the middleman, the third party, for God's sake? NNPC, I expected that the NNPC is the supplier of the crude oil, isn't it, Barrister?
Exactly.
So if
they have filling stations just like any Nigerian has filling
correct.
station. They can go and buy for their own filling station. Why are they lifting to now supply to marketers?
To other marketers. That's my problem. So if they are the suppliers of the crude oil, What the hell are they doing with the refined products as a distributor for the to the marketers? It doesn't. This you see, this whole thing just reeks of corruption, of course. And honestly, see this oil industry. This is one of the targets of the Tinubu government, not Tinubu government, Tinubu himself. This is one of the targets. This is one of the areas where he actually, one of the reasons why he actually sought for power. Because that is the hub. That is, of course, that is the gold of every economy, especially Nigeria. Not every economy, but the Nigeria economy, for the countries that operate on oil or that operate on oil resources, as just as Nigeria does. The petroleum business is the highest, is the hub of Nigeria's economy. So that's the peak of generation, wealth generation. So obviously that was his target, one of his major targets. My problem is I don't even know what this man wants to do with money. This man is over 70. And if we want to follow his age, the way he looks or whatever, that man should be up to 80 years, if not at least close to, or if not 80 years. Huh? What the hell is this man doing with all this? What does he want to do with all this wealth? Why is this man so wicked, for God's sake, that he has just come with such kind of intention to actually wreck Nigeria? This is unbelievable. Honestly, it doesn't make sense. This is I thought I was the only one confused about this oil confusion, the complexity around it. It's supposed to be a straightforward thing, but Nigeria has made it to look and sound complex.
It has to be like that. It has to be like that because this is Nigeria, where corruption has become the order of the day. Again, like I said, everything about the oil industry is opaque. There's no transparency. For instance, before the coming on stream of Dangote's refinery, NNPC said that the only one importing refined products. The question is, have they stopped importing because Dangote refinery has started, or they are continuing to import? And if they are continuing to import, what price are they giving to the marketers of what they are importing? So nobody really knows what is happening, and they cannot open up, because I believe if they open up, it's going to be a deluge of corruption. It will be like opening a soccer pit. That is why you hear contradictory statements. One statement is dropped here today, another statement is dropped. What is really happening? We have so-called legislators that should be asking the question, probing to find out why and what is happening.
Don't even go there.
Importing fuel. We now have an indigenous refinery producing large quantities of fuel. We would have thought we will get relief with the coming on stream of Dangote's refinery. But things have now become even worse. Things have become worse because I have never bought a liter of fuel for 1,200. Some people are buying for 1,400. How is that feasible? How is that maintainable? How can we maintain the economy with that kind of price? Because as it is now, in the next 1 or 2 weeks, prices will again jump by more than 40 or 50%. Already we are groaning under a terrible yoke of inflation, both food and commodity and other prices. If this second round of inflation comes, what are we even going to do? How are people going to navigate, travel from one place to another? Imagine it came to a point where, Kaduna, between Sabo and the town, the price went to 700 in the bus.
Wow.
From 300.
Wow.
The price went to 700 naira per bus. How is that maintainable? So let these people come out and articulate a policy, open up. Let us see what the problem is, what the issues are. But apparently, they are actors in the industry, they cannot open up. They are benefiting, so they can't open up.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate thing, and someone was his name, Rufai, was his name on that of Arise TV, was warning that military warning and criticizing those trying to invite the military or encouraging the military to come take over. In fact, what even infuriated me was the word he's used at the end of that comment. He said that military will set us back. Barrister, I don't get it. That military will set us back. Where are we? What is our situation now?
We are not making any progress. We are not making any progress. We are not making any progress.
Are we
are already retrogressing.
That is
we
it.
Are going backwards. We are going backwards.
And they say military will not. Military will set us back.
There is a proverb that he who is down needs fear no fall.
That is it. Of course. That is exactly that. That's the right proverb.
We should take a leap of faith because apparently nothing is working. Nigeria is in a total dysfunctional state. Let me give you an example. My daughter graduated from school, and since August 10th, she booked a flight to Kaduna by August 10th. Till today, she has not been able to come because the flight continues to be cancelled.
What?
This is the third time
since August 3rd.
10th of August
was
10th. Airpeace flight to Kaduna, which was cancelled. She could not get a refund. When she asked for refund, they said the refund will be between 7 to 15 days. But that they could reschedule the flight. They rescheduled the flight. She went next time. They said they cannot carry her luggage. So how do you come to the airport and they say, go and board the plane and leave your luggage? Because she could not leave the luggage, she had to be rescheduled and pay an additional 35,000. The next time the flight was cancelled, it was rescheduled to today by 1 p.m. Yesterday, 11 in the night, they canceled this flight.
What?
So we have become totally dysfunctional. And these people do these things and get away with it. We have a minister of aviation. How is it that airlines will cancel flight at will? No compensation, even no apology, nothing. We are now forced to reschedule to Abuja on another date. So you see the whole dysfunction in the state. Can this still happen any other place? No compensation? If not that she has a friend that she's staying with in Lagos, she's a student. How could she have managed all this while? So the country has come to this point. It's not just in the aviation sector, it's virtually everywhere.
Everywhere, everything, every entire sector.
Total dysfunction with impunity. That's what the state of affairs in Nigeria is.
It's so sad, honestly. Honestly, it's so sad. It's extremely sad because at this point, honestly, I don't know. Honestly, military is the better devil than the two options. I've always said we have two options. One is the military, and the other one is an option no one wants to see, because although that is the second option is the one that will actually, when we talk of revampment, overhaul the system, that is the one that will actually in reality overhaul the entire system. But that unfortunately that option is going to be a very, very bitter one. But that will be that may lead us, that of course that be a bitter necessity. Sorry. A necessary bitterness that will have to be bitter pill that we have to actually swallow. Honestly, other than that, I think military is just with this rules or this farce called democracy. This stench called democracy is not working. It won't work for us. I remember when we were ushered into this dispensation of democratic, I was critical. I don't know although not for whatever reason. I've always had this, even growing up. Honestly, I've always loved the military rule. I don't know. I just have that okay, I actually wrote an article on that based on and stated the reason why I'm in love with the military. Is because the Nigerian system, that is what suits us. That is what suits our environment. Democracy can't work there. We don't have what it takes to actually pilot democracy. And democracy will, as such, democracy cannot work in our environment. We don't have the capacity to absorb and absorb all the elements of democracy in our system. So it's not going to work. Honestly, I don't know. Please, military men, the ones who are, we need patriotic military men to actually take power from this crazy, especially this Bola Tinubu's president, for God's sake. This man does not wish or does not intend good on Nigeria. No, the action speaks, so he doesn't have to say so. Someone will ask me, what are you talking about? I said, that is the reality on ground. Can't we see? Can't we hear? Can't we understand? Why are we lacking of understanding that this man does not mean well? He actually, everything, his body language, everything around him reeks of insincerity and fraud. That's unbelievable, honestly. Okay, Barrister, let's